Getting set now for the tip. Arkansas and Baylor in the South Regional Final. The Razorbacks 25-6 this year, starting 3 freshmen. Meanwhile, the Baylor Bears 25-2, all upperclassmen. The first 5, 2 seniors, 3 juniors. For Coach Scott Drew, Eric Musselman on the bench for the Arkansas Razorbacks. These are old conference foes that have met 143 times in history. 141 of those occasions back in the days when they both were members of the Southwest Conference, which disbanded in 1996. The revival of the Razorbacks. What they were a quarter century ago with Nolan Richardson, champions in '94. Finalists in '95, trying to get back to the Final Four for the first time since Seattle in '95. And I guess you could say, too, what about Baylor? Baylor hasn't been to the Final Four since 1950. Oglesby, Clark, Selleck, ready to go. And here we're starting. South Regional Final starts. The tap going out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bears to get started.
And Jim Nance and Grant Hill. The Razorbacks go. A little man-to-man. And they are aggressive and go full length. Not quite like Nolan yet, but they get fired up.
The old 40 minutes of hell days is what they called it back in the day of Coach Richardson.
That's what Grant said working with me was like. Nice pull-up.
Oh,
yes. He is tough.
Mitchell hitting a shot just seconds into the game.
Both sides of the floor, a lot of ball screens, an excellent passing center in Williams. And this kid is tough, Smith. Offensive rebound that goes without the ball well.
Moody, tap, no, almost by Davis. And Baylor comes away with it.
And Arkansas's defense, not as elite guarding the three-point line as last season, but Baylor, we know they're capable of getting hot from downtown.
A little nickel dimer in the lane, and it goes.
Yes, the basket counts.
Teague. You talked about the 3 guards. They are awesome, aren't they?
And they all can go get a shot. Shot makers right here. Just a simple ball fake. Of course, reaching in. Great strength right there. Concentration. And so important for Moody. He needs to stay in the game. As you said, Bill, he has to have a big game for the Razorbacks.
Big-time talent.
MaCio Teague. Raised just about 2 hours away from here in Cincinnati, and he's got the 3-point play. The senior who formerly played at the University of North Carolina, Asheville. 5 to start for the Bears.
The Energizer's right here at Tate. Initiates a lot of things. Good size as a point man.
Boy, the Tate take over late in the game against Oral Roberts. You got a call here against Mitchell.
And how about Mitchell? Even though he got called for a foul right there, one of the best on-the-ball defenders takes the challenge, and definitely his feet were moving on that play, but I love the way Mitchell defends. One of the best in all of college basketball.
You wouldn't want him guarding you, is what you're saying. Basically, he really gets into you.
Here's a travel call on Williams.
He does a nice job out there, generally a little 1 or 2 bounce, a back cut, or a dribble exchange.
We saw Eric Musselman just his 2nd year in Fayetteville, and has he done a fantastic job in the corner.
Vital, not really a scorer, an offensive rebounder. You can help out off him if he's open in the corner.
Play some major defense, too. Here's Teague again off the glass. He's got 5 already, 5 of the 7.
And just taking advantage of the mismatch. Had the taller Williams on him, took him right to the 10.
Now, these 3 guards are great finishers. They have that little baby hook, really solid at the rim.
Moody, 4 out of 20 from the field
nice
in the last game. Good pass, and set up perfectly for Williams to finish.
How about that? Teamwork.
First, I thought maybe it was 1 too many passes.
Yeah,
but,
you're right.
You know,
a good dive. Should have taken it probably.
There's Vital, and he throws it away. Somehow, though, it ends up in the hands of Bamba.
He's the nuts and bolts guy, Grant. This kid.
Vital lobs it up, taps it around, gets it back.
The offensive rebound and kick out for 3s, and they get the puppies organized quickly.
Teague off to a hot start. Floater, too strong, and it's Arkansas underneath, and Moody with the rebound. Davis, who hit the winner against Oral Roberts with 3 seconds to go. Here's the bounce pass back to Williams, and misses it on the layup. And now a reach-in call against Baylor is going to be on Vital. Well, actually, it's going to go on Thamba.
But impressed with the passing of Arkansas early. And they're getting some really nice opportunities. Nice flow to their offense.
Every day John comes in.
You let me start it, huh? Jonathan Chachawa.
There you go, and another sub coming in too. Flagler, who led them in scoring with 16 off the bench in the win against Villanova.
Big Jonathan loves to play. Great juice, enthusiasm. Pleasure to watch him.
I'm just trying to set you up, Bill.
It's not as much fun pronouncing his name, but
Tough shot. Hits the floor, does Davis, and too long with the shot. Bears.
individual skills of these guards. Overdrive, back it off, push it forward.
Well, because they're such a great shooting team, though, they have the driving lanes.
There's Butler, the player of the year in the Big 12.
And he needed that. He had not been shooting well from three during this tournament, but so capable of getting going there from deep.
I really have to do a great job slipping. Smith at the box. They're so good offensively. Defensively, they are awesome. Look at this.
How about that? Flagler reaching in with the steal, and now Mitchell gets around Moody.
And Meyer can drill it.
He does.
Goodness.
Off the bench, Matthew Meyer with the three.
How do they keep everybody happy on that team?
They're happy right now.
Goodness.
Woo! Not a mouse to feed.
Explosive start for Baylor. Baylor already up 13-2 on Arkansas, and let's go over to Tracy.
Jim, the quick turnaround really makes it difficult for both of these teams, but Eric Musselman telling us that he prides himself on the way they prepare for games, but because they weren't able to come up with different schemes, they just have to be who they are. He did spend practice reminding his guys that they will have to make some threes today and defend the three. They've already given up 2 so far. His final message to the team, though, we're the underdog here. There is no pressure. Play free and loose for 40 minutes.
Thing he told us, thank you, Tracy, he's most proud of his team. They haven't panicked in the tournament. That's what he's most proud of.
And Jim, another double-digit deficit. They got them right where they want them.
They're comfortable.
There you go.
Absolutely. The one thing you had mentioned about the treatment, that beautiful cut, Moody, and what a pass by Tate. It's the genes. Dad and brother, good players, and just a nice ability to cough it up. Flagler, who's known as a shooter, can dribble drive, great hands, and all of a sudden, get those puppies organized, Meyer. Contribute to the cause.
By the way, this is a second foul on Davion Mitchell. So 2 in less than 4 minutes for the first team All Big 12 member of the Bears. The wait is over. New episodes of Clarice are back, and to uncover the truth, Agent Clarice Starling will have to face the demons of her past. A new Clarice, Thursday at 10, 9 Central, or stream anytime on CBS.
Negative free throw now sets up their pressure. They will front, they will trap, very aggressive. Great footwork on the defensive end, and boy, you need it against these Baylor Bears shooters. Ball screen, and that's what Jonathan does. That's his game right there. Bring it, big fella. You're not ordinary. Don't let him talk you that way.
And Butler with the assist. Perfectly executed. Now the Razorbacks lost the handle, and Meyer comes out with it.
Big John running the floor, and look at this spread.
Teague has it wide open.
Well, he had too much time. He didn't think about it.
Yeah.
He does have that peculiar shoulder release. Nice slap away, Flagler. Just a simple little ball screen sets this up, and he is a great screener, this kid. He knows the game. Knows what he can.
Ken Spain that punch, and then the Phi Slamma Jamma era, 3 straight, 82, 3, and 4.
Just unable to finish at that rim. They've done some nice job cutting.
And the pressure right now from Oregon has been incredible to start this game. Obviously, Not able to convert there on that out-of-bounds play, but this defensive intensity from Baylor is impressive.
Foul on Meyer. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Note with one more. The junior from Covington, Georgia. The 6th man of the year in the SEC.
And he runs the point, does a really good job. It's in that lane.
Williams coming back.
And he can get it going, too.
Well, he's not bashful.
And they got Sills on the floor now. This kid loves to stroke the deep one. He's an energizing type of guy as well.
You're talking about number 3,
Yep.
Tessie Sills.
And they go 10-11 deep.
Butler bringing it up. Note on him.
They get down in the stance, Grant, don't they?
They're going to have to guard that individual matchup. These guards are getting into the paint.
Look at this. Look at the screen by the big fella.
Left it wide open for Butler.
A big presence out there.
Oh, man.
Butler's hit his first 2 shots from the floor, a 2 and a 3.
Really solid on the perimeter. Look at the hands.
Williams lucky to get it back away from Butler. And this time he lays it in.
They love to use him on that high post, the elbow, the screens, dribble exchange. Excellent feeder of the basketball.
Baylor's hit 7 of its first 10 shots from the field.
Williams has his work cut out because Jonathan is such a good screener. You can just see there. He was caught in the middle, Williams, because Jonathan screened and dove to the rim. Who do I cover?
Well, Raph, Butler's so good at coming off of those pin downs and curling as he did right there. Beautiful curl, gets into the paint, and now Williams has to make a decision. Do you guard the big fella, or do you try to stop the ball right there? But great hesitation in getting to the rim. Butler aggressive here tonight.
Butler gets the first. He's Baylor's first conference player of the year since David Wesley was back in 1992 and again in the old Southwest Conference.
One of my favorite players ever, Vinnie Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That game.
yeah, the microwave.
Woo-hoo, could he heat up?
Yes, sir.
He had Chuck Daly smiling, talking about pin downs and curls, right?
7 for Butler.
Meyer with a tough matchup, I think, with Williams. He rolls to the rim. They got him. There you go. Nice play.
All right,
Heads
so
up.
Williams.
Miscommunication there defensively. Great execution, though.
They overshow on the ball screen. Now, you can dive and slip.
Williams with 3 buckets. He's got 6 of the 9 for the Razorbacks.
This
Meyer into the paint.
He can really play, this kid. I'm telling you. I don't know how he keeps smiling. Goodness. He is so talented.
6'9" with that kind of skill.
Makes plays.
Junior, who was a big recruit out of Westlake High School in Austin. Just produced a lot of athletes, and there's a dunk at the other end for Smith.
That make them pay for that overplay, Grant. With too much help.
Well, of course, defensively here for Arkansas, they have to try to limit the paint touches. Baylor getting in anytime they want, making things happen.
This one doesn't go for Butler. Tapped around, last touched by Arkansas. So well done by the Hogs at the other end.
They really solid offensively here. Draw the D. Big Jonathan overplays it. Of course, no topside help. And banging it home. They transfer him Indiana.
Sills with the assist.
The Kelly School, right?
Yeah, he was a graduate in 3 years out of the Kelly School of Business down the road in Bloomington. We're talking about Justin Smith, who just dunked it. Graduates in 3 years and then transfers over to Arkansas.
I had some kids that took 3 terms to graduate, you know?
Impressive. Here's Teague.
Again, the soft show. It's a good look.
Look at that tap out there. All the way outside to Flagler with a 3.
This
Second
kid,
chance opportunities.
they are great. Tapping it back, offensive rebound and kicking it out. So vulnerable at that point.
At their largest lead, they've been on top early. Big. 13 is the margin now.
Jonathan really shows big. So Williams has got to keep busy. Nice play.
Again, that's 2 for him. Flagler. Mitchell back on the floor with 2 fouls.
Yeah, got to be careful. Don't drive it or jump stop. Nice pass.
So look to Vital.
He is vital to their cause as well.
You're not kidding. Timeout, Arkansas.
Wow.
Looks like so fast, guys.
Just turn in the corner. Easy basket right there. Baylor on a roll offensively. And Raph, you know, defensively, you can't organize everything as a coach, but right here, look at this hustle coming from the weak side. Anticipation, great steal by Flagler, getting out on the break. And this team, I mean, they forced 4 turnovers, 3 of which have been live ball turnovers. Baylor steals so incredible. And they forced 30 turnovers in the last 2 games against Wisconsin and Villanova, teams that are known for valuing the basketball. Impressive defense by Baylor.
And Raph, do you remember that stretch they had in the second half against Villanova where the Wildcats, again, who never turned it over, did on like 5 trips in a row?
Yeah, absolutely, and that really cost them the game, I think. They do have so much depth, too. The strain of playing this team is difficult.
Mitchell working around that screen.
Great handle.
They're just constantly pro. They take their time, read the defense.
And there's a Razorback attempted steal, and it's going to go back to Baylor. Out of bounds.
Boy, Big Jonathan does screen well. I mean, he is really busy. Hey, by the way, Scott said that a couple of the players take their basketball to bed. Does that remind you of yourself as a kid? Seriously. I mean, that was a big thing. But these are adults.
Yeah, I was a kid when I did that, yes.
Of course, at Duke, you went to sleep with I'm sure, something on Hamlet or...
There's the fade away, and Teague hits another one.
That's not an easy shot right there. Contested, fade away mid-range.
Who do you take away? That's the perimeter in particular.
I think Moody has to get involved for Arkansas. He's just too talented.
He has been struggling to play. He's not even getting that step back with Mitchell covered.
There's Vital again, coming around to make it the steal.
The big shot goes to the rim.
And a foul call coming up here on Smith.
Well, every day Jonathan gets those legs churning. I mean, he is totally committed to the cause. The big fella getting down the floor, and again, the defensive stance. Vital does so many great things for this club. Look at the numbers. Whew, the 4 shirts, unable to convert, but impressive with the sprint.
2 shots for the sophomore from Cameroon. Unbelievably delicious Coca-Cola cherry vanilla. Something this good should be out of bounds, but it isn't. What a journey it's been for him to get to Baylor, from Cameroon to high school in Australia to UNLV at first, his college journey, and now at Baylor. And Jonathan Chamwa Chachua able to hit that second one. It's 29-11.
That kept you up all night, during the head down.
Getting for a couple days. But now I'm enjoying it. And I'm having the occasion to say it often, the way he's playing.
You know, I enjoy watching this kid.
Up pass, gets it to the far side, Sills off.
Good hustle by Tate. That's what he does. He's relentless. Nice cut again. Smith.
Nice move. Wow.
He dives with the best of them.
Justin Smith, you mentioned earlier, Rafty had 11 offensive rebounds that really sparked that comeback in the second half against Oral Roberts.
He has changed his game. Early in the year, he was looking for deep shots, maybe threes on occasion, but now in the confines of the lane, he has been superior.
Mitchell, man, did he free himself. Rebound plucked, though, by Smith at this end.
Nice cut again, this time Tate.
No, tapped. Williams fighting for it. Freshman has it.
And Oregon, not a great defensive rebounding team. We know Arkansas great on the glass on the offensive rebounds. Once again, second chance opportunities, 2 possessions in a row. And of course, that man, Jalen Tate, involved in both plays.
Yeah, the grad transfer from Northern Kentucky.
Stan played at Cincinnati. Dejan played at Ohio State. Playing with the Rockets now, I
Brothers
think, right?
having a great year.
Here's a lob, and it's another one.
If you don't contain the perimeter dribble drive, you step up and you pay dearly. The big fella, a little bit large.
Tate just hit one. Now he steps in, and that's off the foot of Smith.
Active hands. Wow.
Just really solid, man. Dribble, drive, step up. Woo. Get a little bit embarrassed. High percentage field goal, would you call it?
No question, but Razorbacks, they have to defend against his dribble penetration. I mean, it's just taking the challenge, keeping these guards out of the paint, because as you say, once they turn that corner, they got the big fella, Chachua, at the rim.
And they're so quick.
Nice pass there, too.
Another dunk.
But they are really having their problems. Eric Musselman beside himself on the sideline.
Shooting 68%, and they haven't even turned it over once. Working it inside. Nice by Note.
Confident kid. Great off the bounce. Sat out last year. Got a little step back three in his game as well. This is where they got to churn it out, though. Be basic, be sound, contain.
They've had no answers.
No. Icing it.
Butler. Vital. Mitchell back outside the tee.
Number 3. John, you got a jump stop. You know you got the 2, and he is disheartened walking off the floor. Mitchell, such a great competitor this kid is. He knew.
Might be it for him the rest of the half, wouldn't you think?
Absolutely.
It was a great job by the big fella, Jalen Williams, stepping in there, sacrificing his body.
All of their guys are attuned to picking up charges beautifully. Now we'll find out if they can do it again, this club. They're accustomed to being high in the tournament.
Nice shot. That's Tate again.
Got good length.
He is long. He leaves it all out there, too. That's why I like this kid. He's a winner. Nice cut again.
This shot's not there. It is for Teague. Heaves it.
How about that?
He does have that little extra move in the shot.
It's a little hitch.
Hit shot right there.
A little hitch in his getty up.
Williams.
He can make that shot and go strong.
Back outside. Note, yes. Okay, so now the Razorbacks starting to warm up a little bit at this end.
Inside out. So vulnerable. You turn to help or assist, you pay. Look at Eric on the sideline.
And his energy is contagious.
Unbelievable.
Butler. And he hits another shot.
He'll hit that all day downhill. You got to trap him. Take the ball out of his hands.
He's got 9. Teague has 10.
It sounds right, but then they kick it to one of the other 2, right? Nice little drive here.
Yeah, Note again. Boy, does he bring a lot off the bench.
He does.
You said he could really explode with big games. He had a 27-point outburst in the Big 12 tournament against Missouri, for an example.
Just constant attack mode.
8 different players have scored for the Bears.
Nice tournament. They all do that beautifully.
Flagler, not this time, but Teague is fouled by Note. And they jumped up double digits quickly in this one, didn't they?
And it's been all Baylor. The Bears effective, getting it done.
Take a look at the bench cam, powered by AT&T 5G.
They're as alive as the team on the floor, aren't they?
Just as quick. Wow.
Maybe more alive.
Respond.
Scott Drew, second year in a row, Big 12 Coach of the Year. He talked to Dabo Sweeney, by the way, as they're getting ready to be in the bubble in Indianapolis, come up with some ideas to keep his team's interest level up on things outside of basketball.
Karaoke.
The karaoke.
We were going to offer Grant a little evening.
An opportunity.
Play the piano. They fine tune.
Nice block. Williams. And Arkansas comes out with it, but then throws it away. My goodness, Moody.
Nobody was looking. With a beautiful block inside defensively. Great confrontation there at the rim. Williams.
The improvement of this kid has been incredible. We've seen him early in the year. His development, his confidence, both ends of the floor.
Of course, he was the Gatorade Arkansas Player of the Year his last year in high school, last season. Set out 4 games before the NCAA tournament because of COVID protocol. But he is back and off to a good start in this game. But here's Baylor again.
There's the trap.
Getting inside.
That's the
right.
I tell you, you can't trap them.
These guards are too savvy.
They are. They just know how to either split it, find the right guy, and of course, once you help, that is just gorgeous basketball. He's He's not going away, this kid.
Meyer commits the foul, and Tate hits the shot.
Oh, goodness.
Arkansas has made its last 6 from the floor.
Just beautiful basketball at the other end, though. The extra pass, the dive, done properly. But Tate, goodness, Northern Kentucky's gift to this institution, huh? Wow, is he tough.
Led the team with 22 points and 6 assists in the last round against Oral Roberts.
So we mentioned his dad before, played at Cincinnati. Martin.
Jermaine. That team in 2000 was
talented team.
Was like one of the favorites going into the tournament.
Number 1 seed. They switched him to a 2, if I'm not mistaken.
And Martin blew out his knee.
Yeah,
right,
unfortunately.
Yep.
Yet he had a terrific pro career. Nice split.
Oh, and Note unable to finish it. Yeah, there are people saying that the Tate family is owed a Final Four.
For that reason, right?
Could get that spot in the Final Four here tonight. And have to make a big comeback to do that.
Empty side.
Something they do well. Butler.
Pretty good handle. Wow. Goodness, stop him.
Great pass.
How did he keep his concentration with all that whirly?
Keeps his dribble alive.
They are really just a blur at that end. They are. They're so quick.
And this is the end I'm impressed with. They got their hands in there. Unfortunately, Teague with the little nickel dimer.
They play at that pace, and they've only turned it over once.
This looks impossible, right? Look at this find. And Thamba right at home, right around that rim, too. They just do what they have to do. The 2 up front guys, no matter who, whether it's Jonathan, Thamba, and Vital. I just love his attitude on the floor. His contributions are immense.
Devo Davis comes back in, freshman from Jacksonville, Arkansas. We're talking to Coach Musselman and how Davis, as the season went on, improved. And really, you could make an argument. He said he was a 10th man at the start of the season. Now he hits a game winner in the regional semifinals. Who envisioned greatness today? Tune into Inside March Madness, presented by Buick, and find out. Tate back for one more.
A lot of these Arkansas kids can do a great job deflecting passes. And you mentioned Davis. He's one of them. Long and lean.
Arkansas also a pretty good shot blocking team defensively as well, but Baylor's just been too efficient on the offensive end thus far.
Tate has 9 for Arkansas. Down 13. Meyer again. Not this time.
Is aggressive.
Rebound up in the air high with Sills. Driving his Note. And a foul first as he entered the paint.
That's the right call, though. Unfortunately, in Grand State, the NBA, that'd be an N1. Watch the bump early, though, before he gets into the shot. Yeah. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. But I think Arkansas, they need to do more of that. Off of stops, get out in transition, try to get some easy baskets before Baylor's defense can set up.
That's the first foul on Butler. And unable to cash in on the front end of a 1-on-1. Now Flagler operating with it.
And Jim, I think they played Mitchell with the 2, knowing they've got such a deep bench in the perimeter. Let him go. Because now he has the 3. He's got to rest.
He wants this mismatch here. Got the bigger Smith on him.
A late run out maybe, or no? Just an open middle.
Got 2 to shoot.
Nice hands.
Wow.
Tate.
It's Tate.
Just watch the chart. Oh, nice.
Look at Meyer. Take it away. Will he chase it down? Yes. In time is Teague. Oh. I wasn't sure he could get there.
That's what
he got there. He got the shot off too.
Incredible. Under the glass. Meyer with just a terrific defensive play, and then the delivery.
Sills splits,
Pretty.
dishes, and gets the assist to Smith.
He just can't stop this team. The offense is starting to be a little more fluid.
Well, they're shooting 60% from the field.
I mean, this pace.
They're down 13. They've made 12 out of 20. Teague.
Tough shot. Good defense.
And that's Sills, who's given this team an energy boost coming off the bench. Note has also back to 3.
I told you, this kid Scott game. JD as in deliver.
And what's impressive, he has not played great the last few games, but turning it on here, giving his team some hope.
Got a timeout first. Baylor calls the timeout. Hey, the lead was 18. It's now down to 10.
Well, they do like to be behind for a while.
The defense, high percentage shots at the rim for Baylor, and multiple guys. Once they turn the corner, they put the big guy in a jam. Alley-oops, getting to the rim, just a textbook offensive display here in the first half. Arkansas has to defend better.
Where are you going? Oh, goodness.
Sills.
I thought that was just a turnover. But the individual skills, Jim, of the Baylor kids, they can open up that middle and create off the bounce. I mean, it is a monster to defend against.
That's just the 5th team foul, so 2 away from the 1-on-1.
There's the curl. Once again, individual ability.
Ooh, lost it. Got tangled up, drive it in, and Davis delivers.
How about that in traffic, too, but vital right there.
I like that. Davis taking the challenge on defense against Butler.
Well, they get down the stance.
They're starting to defend like their coach on the sidelines.
It's off Meyer.
Active hands, active feet.
Now, you were saying that they run a lot of NBA-style offense, because, of course, he coached there, Musselman.
You see a lot of sets, very familiar. Starting to settle down here on this side of the ball.
Time in Sacramento. Golden State. They got the timeout.
Yeah, they got the timeout. They would have had to call a held ball, tied up ball. It would have stayed at this end anyway. Timeout called by Oregon at halftime. Oregon State stormed back, tied it at 55 before Houston went on a 12-6 run to close it out to make it to the Final Four. First team in. Plus a look at some of the most memorable moments of this March Madness, and there have been many. That's coming up on AT&T at the half.
Ralph, give Arkansas credit. I mean, they looked out of it there 10 minutes ago, but they're scrappy, resilient, mental toughness getting back into this game.
Otay called for the charge, offensive.
Part of that's depth, too, I think, Grant. You know, confident. Some of these guys started earlier in the year. That's what Vital does. I mean, he is a main cog in the little things that make this team tick. I mean, just solid.
He came way over from the weak side there. Outside defense.
I love the way they get down the stance.
Flagler and Elmeyer on the baseline.
Good size, and he can elevate.
There it is.
Everything right with it. Vital over the top.
Yep, Vital trying to somehow take the ball away from Sills, and definite contact there. Be 2 at the other end.
Got to see Homer earlier. Scott's dead.
Yep. For Scott, this is the 3rd time he's taken the program to the Elite 8. All these ties to the state of Indiana for Scott.
That's right. And
there it is, right there.
And of course, he was here talking about his trips to Duke and how unfairly he was treated as a coach. Said he got a bad whistle.
Oh, man, what are you talking about? And Cameron never.
Of course, Bryce in the tournament as well.
The job he did. How about the job that Bryce has done? Oh, man, Canyon.
Well, Jerry Colangelo knows how to pick people.
Missed the boat, but got the rebound, and Moody is blocked from behind.
Of course, I was talking about the Olympic coach he picked. Credit Coach K.
Guys, give credit here to this defense. Give credit to
nice play. What a read.
Off he goes, Sills.
And Raph, talk about turning the screws defensively. Oregon has not scored here in the last 3 minutes of this game.
And they just jumped the passing lane. Ooh, going too far. Boy, they're very lucky here.
Call it on Tate.
speeding them up, Jim.
And I'll tell you what, this is reminding me a little bit, this steal. 40 minutes of hell. I'm getting flashbacks right here. Arkansas.
As you should.
Turning up the defense, but
just a really excellent steal on the other one. But right here, very, very fortunate in a way. Got a little bit too deep, but had a decision.
So now Butler, 9 points, 3 assists. Who originally signed out of high school with Alabama, but he never competed there. Got a release and headed to Waco out of reserve Louisiana. What a year he's had. First team All-America, unanimous.
He's got 3 turnovers already. He actually had 7 in the game against K-State. Got to value the ball, got away with one there. That's an old John Thompson set there. With the elbow occupied by 2 on each side.
Free throws are the first points for
Nice
Harrison
hands.
over 3 minutes. And now the takeaway, another turnover. 30 seconds to go. Ten turnovers committed by Arkansas. Baylor can work it down to within about 6.
Overloading one side. I'm sure it's going to be a run-out ball screen.
Start it now. Butler. Tate is on him. 2 to shoot. Teague with 1 to shoot.
Nice hustle.
Butler gets there. He's blocked from behind.
thought he got fouled.
I did too. And the heave hits the glass, actually, but we have reached halftime. And what a half it was of high-intensity basketball.
I'll tell you what, both teams after it defensively, Baylor came out of the gate, stormed it back, came the Hogs.
9-2 run for the Hogs to close.
Once again, their grit, their toughness, they're comfortable.
Absolutely.
As you say. And getting back into the game, this ball club, Arkansas, in great position here at halftime. Have to feel good about where they are.
Just have to run a little better offense, I think.
Yeah, and value the basketball.
Yep, don't turn it over.
MaCio Teague led Baylor with 12. And let's go over to Tracy.
Coach, you couldn't have asked for a better start. You led by 18 at one point, but Devion Mitchell goes out with 3 fouls. What else happened down the stretch there?
Well, that really hurt because he does so much for our team, and hopefully we can, second half, keep him out of foul trouble and allow him to, with the guard rotation and everything, I thought Arkansas keeps up the pressure. They did a great job, and without having that sub, it wore us a little bit. So pleased to be up. Arkansas is a great team. We'll take this lead. We got Devion back on the court, and knock on wood, hopefully he plays more in the second half.
Field goal percentage is way up there, 46-38. Baylor lead back with Grant and Bill and Tracy. And guys, let's talk about adjustments here at halftime. Obviously, Arkansas made an adjustment late in that first half, ended with a 9-2 run.
Well, of course, Baylor, they're going to have to step up here. Of course, Mitchell has had more fouls than shots here in the first half. Stay on the court, Mitchell, and of course, defensively, got to stay disciplined. Arkansas got a groove there late in the first half.
Well, we get a little moody ourselves up here once in a while, and this is Jim's contribution. They need him to start playing well and value the basketball, get some opportunities.
Change the mood. He's their leading scorer. He's only taking 1 shot in the first half.
Got to step up. He's a great prospect. Got to do it.
Yeah, Moody. Actually, just 1 point, 0 for 2 from the field. Hit a free throw, that's it. And coming out, this first possession, and a tap-in goes for Williams.
Nice job, a little drive. Coach Smith could have finished that himself.
Did not hit a shot from the field the last 4+ of the first half. Hit a couple of free throws, that was it.
Little ball screen, they got Mitchell. Boy, that is deep.
Butler!
He's out.
Not too deep for him.
Goodness. You mentioned he was struggling the last couple of games. Lighten it up.
Yeah, he was 1 for 9 from 3 against Villanova. Nothing like that today. That's going the other way, offensive.
That was huge right there. Mitchell down. Looked like he caught an elbow right there. As Tate was driving to the basket, but with 3 fouls, a lot of courage to slide his feet and extending that elbow is what caused that offensive foul by Tate.
Yeah, I think that last part of that with the elbow flying
Cost him.
it did.
You can't hurt that kid, by the way. He is a tank.
Would have been huge had it gone the other way.
Absolutely. 4 would ruin their rotation. As Scott alluded to with Tracy. Little ball screen, and then they go individual skill.
Teague flips it up and hits it.
I love that. I love when guards have a mismatch and don't settle against the bigs. Have to get them to move their feet.
Nice cut here. Smith is so good, didn't finish.
Smith unable to get the lay-in. Was fed perfectly by Davis.
I wonder if they got a piece of that. They didn't get a good look.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Butler comes back out with it to Mitchell.
Boy, they put so much pressure with that dribble drive. Get a piece of the lane. If you overhelp, you pay. And here's a
Defensive foul there on Davis.
I think, yeah.
Over to you, Tracy.
Jim, Eric Musselman told us yesterday these games are all about runs, and they made one down the stretch of that half. He told me at the half they switched the pick and roll, and that helped, but they need to play better defensively, take care of the basketball. He said they can't win if they're going to let Baylor shoot 56%. I asked him about getting Moses Moody more involved. He said it's all up to him. He's got to get himself going.
Thank you, Tracy. Of course, his dad, Bill Musselman, was a longtime coach, passed away over 20 years ago, way too young. His hero, his best friend, and his dad told him there are 3 runs in a game. Just make sure you control 2 of them.
Win 2 of them. Now this kid, boy, he is a lifer. All aspects of the game, whether it's NBA or college, he has certainly paid his dues, most recently at Nevada. Just an excellent job getting them in the NCAA, I think 3 years in a row.
Changes cultures.
Yeah, he does. He really is one of those kids that lives and breathes and can relate to these young guys.
Able to take Nevada one year to the Sweet 16. Before coming to Arkansas, now trying to get the Hawks back to the Final Four. And Mitchell's miss. And
Smith, I think.
Damba is fouled.
Did you see that burst?
It's unbelievable. Watching him on film, you can't conceive of anybody with the dribble as explosive as Mitchell.
It was almost like he was going too fast and couldn't control himself on that layup attempt.
Well, they really used those doubles on the high post beautifully. Clean look.
Tate comes out with it, snaps it over to Davis. Far side it goes to Moody. Big shot here.
That was big for him, too, psychologically.
Yep.
And look at it. Smith is telling him that's the shot. Trying to boost his spirits.
Once again, Baylor not great defensive rebounding. We know Arkansas lives on the offensive glass, so 2 possessions in a row here, they've been able to attack the offensive glass.
Touch pass on the cut.
Yeah, Butler. Second foul before that was on Butler, but Davis able to get the basket off the inbounds pass.
Grant, they had 2 guys free on the inbounds.
They scored in the first half on an inline out of bounds play as well. Great execution.
How easy that was.
Yes.
They're not afraid to get it side to side. There's that little curl, the pin downs. He is so tough.
Wow, got right around Tate, and Mitchell scores the basket, now with 4 on the game.
So coordinated offensively, this group. Got to get side to side a little bit. Tough shot.
Blocked by Vital.
Moody really fortunate here.
Yeah, they got the foul call on Vital.
Is it for 3? And right here, just the explosiveness, huh? He's got a bunch of gears, and all positive.
Gonna shoot 2. Download the Final Four app presented by AT&T to help you plan, enjoy, and share all the excitement of the weekend, available for iOS and Android. Notte comes in for Arkansas. Moody.
That might get his head in the right direction. I'd rather see him drive a lot more. Get to the foul line, get his game going, get his confidence at a high level. Still
hasn't hit a basket from the floor. He's got 3 from the line. Brings it back to 9.
horn set here.
A little patient and deliberate here with their offense.
Look at this.
Look at that first step. And it's blocked. And they say it goes to Arkansas.
They must have hit him on the floor.
Impressive drive. But an impressive block there by Smith without fouling. And just the ability to turn the corner. But no, I guess he didn't block it. Just left it. Went off his hand there.
He cradles it, puts it up. Beautiful. J.D. Note.
You know, watching Baylor in the games they lost, which weren't very many, obviously, the dribble drive has a great impact on their defense. And not good containment.
Just 2 losses, one at Kansas, one against Oklahoma State.
And they shot threes poorly in both games.
Butler lost it for a moment, got it back out, circles around. Late on the clock, put up baseline jumper, and it's Arkansas coming out with it with numbers. Davis takes it down the middle. And hold on, Mitchell was in the area, but it'll be on Vital. So the Hogs keep fighting back. 3rd on Vital, and we'll be right back.
With those foul problems, but some pretty exciting play, Grant.
Hey, Rafty, these guys right here are talented. Baylor, what luxury, these 3 guards getting to the basket, creating shots. We talked about it in the opening, and 2 of them got it going. Of course, foul trouble affected Mitchell in his play. He's got to get more involved here in this second half. Arkansas has picked it up big time with their defense.
You know, you wouldn't have made a great career if you didn't have Bobby Hurley. You know that. Every team needs a great guard. They got 3.
Well, to win in the tournament, great guard play is a must, and they have 3, as you said. And I did have the good fortune of playing with Mr. Hurley.
I'm denigrating you unfairly, obviously. Wonderful college and pro career.
Davis hits them both, and that brings it to 5, gentlemen.
Yeah,
The Musselman over there.
No quit in this team. Automatic switch. They got a mismatch. Big Jonathan can get offensive rebounding if there's a miss.
Mitchell shut off. Back out with it. Flagler to the top to Mitchell, under 10. Driving on Note.
Goodness gracious.
And the basket counts.
He gets by. He gets those shoulders square at the rim. He gets low, gets the leverage. Look at that strength. A little cradle. Stephon Marbury at his basket to the rim.
And what's so amazing is that he turned down the screen. And he just turned, he saw the opening, that burst, that power, that touch. Getting involved here down the stretch, second half.
3rd foul, by the way, on Note, who will bring it up now for the Razorbacks, who had scored 6 unanswered before the basket by Mitchell.
He's got to attack a little bit.
Myers on him, steps back,
He loves to step back.
Tough shot.
Right now, when you're not on your game, you've got to put it down, be explosive. If they stop you, fine.
And Moody, SEC Freshman of the Year, so good at drawing fouls. You're not going to draw fouls, though, on those type of shots.
First team All SEC, averaged 17 a game and 6 rebounds. He's 0 for 4 from the field after 4 for 20 against Oral Roberts in the regional semifinal.
Jonathan should go right to the block. He's got Davis on him.
Meyer.
What a nice check out by Davis. Oh,
Sills wanted it. Oh, he begging for it. Mitchell closed in on him quickly. Feed the corner. Moody double up on him. He's in trouble.
Trap.
what a great job by the big fella.
And the arrow goes the other way to Baylor.
And that was not ordinary defense. Just a good read, closing it. We're not able to step through. They got their legs together.
We talked about Chachua and his energy and help side defense coming in, making a difference. The little things for Baylor.
They take Moody out.
And I think that's a good move.
I agree.
You know, settle him down a little bit. Get him back. They got to provide a lift.
So when they switch, they don't go post him up. They spread the floor.
Well, he's not a really good offensive player down on the block. We know he can finish at the rim.
Little guy.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Here's Mitchell now. Back out to Butler. He's made one bomb, not this time. Underneath, Chuma.
That's what they like. That's the mismatch they want. Get him to the rim. But again, the ability to shoot the ball, if you've got nice touch, you can provide offensive rebounding opportunities. And like this, and boy, he does emote. He loves being out there, providing the lift for his club. Yes, big fella.
Fourth foul, too, on J.D. Note. Gets the three-point play.
Oh, man, really, 71% from that free throw line?
Here's Davis. Double up on him.
Look at the help this big guy provides. Once again, oh, goodness, that's just
this time contact. And Butler holds back Meyer.
How about these two off the bench? Meyer, Chachua, once again on this side of the floor, trapping the ball handler.
You know what they're calling here? They invaded his cylinder, which you two have been doing to me all tournament here.
I'll tell you one thing. Note now with the ball has 4 fouls. They have not taken him out.
The only guy in double figures right now for Arkansas.
Driving in.
Got to be careful there.
That's it for him. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Well,
roll the dice.
What happened there? It just slipped through the cracks and he had 4. He got one at the other end on the dunk by Chachua, and now they lose the big spark off the bench.
He is really despondent up there, too. But if you know that as a player, you've got to jump stop, you've got to hit the floater, or kick it.
Whoa, tough play. I mean, he's the guy that really helped offensively get Arkansas going in that first half.
Fouls out with 13 and a half minutes left in the game. Had 14 points.
That's where Sills can provide a lift, too.
Butler picks up the loose change, puts it up back to the rim. It's Davis.
Oh, not a good look. What a read by, look at this play.
Watch out, Mitchell. He's coming in hard.
Oh, goodness. What a read defensively. The speed to cover. Woo! He should be in the NFL as a quarterback. Cornerback.
Free safety.
Yeah.
What a stretch here by the Bears. Had been down the 5s, back up to a dozen. And now Tate somehow regains control.
Look at this kid work, though.
Over to Moody, and the last touch by Baylor.
Talk about anticipation, great speed, awareness. And then Raph right here, nice little freeze. Just kind of a hesitation right there, an explosion to the rim.
He is fun to watch, isn't
Oh,
He's got the cradle, he's got the hesitation. Yep. And he's got now his team back going the other way as Baylor comes around for another theft.
And Jim, was interesting. Scott saying it ruined our rotation when he went out.
That's 3 steals for Blackmore with the ball right now.
And he can drill them, too.
multiple guys taking advantage off the bounce.
That is blow by.
The floor with it. Moody has it.
Got to get Moody coming off screens. Maybe a little curl.
If they're going to do what they've done the first 3 rounds of the tournament, mount another big comeback, Moody's going to have to suddenly find his game again on this end of the floor. Got a foul call on Baylor. Scan this code now to watch live games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Watch now at ncaa.com/March Madness or download the app. That actually was the 4th on Vital.
Exactly.
I love this kid, Tate. I mean, he just constantly attacks, loves to get into the paint, great size, so good at drawing fouls.
No fear, really. There's another trap situation.
Davis, big step to the hole. Big step to get past the defenders.
Well, he has found his offensive skills. Really impressive of late.
8 on the night for Davis. That first stop again, and he's rewarded.
Well, Chachua comes up to set the screen.
He doesn't even need it.
But it lifts the defender, the big guy, creates a driving opportunity to the basket.
Great point.
Mitchell just Shut down in the first half with the 3 fouls, and now on the other end, count the basket for Smith.
How good is he stepping and going? Really has great sense of timing. Sets his man up, dives to the rim.
It's open. What a block. What a block by Smith. Over to Sills. Gives it up. Inside Tate. Blocked. Moody plays it in for his first field goal.
Maybe that'll get him going. They came in numbers. No pack and attack with this team. Baylor with the timeout. Goodness. Woo! These Arkansas Travelers are pretty impressive when they get behind. Ooh, why not?
You're right. That's the fifth.
Back with Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wolfson, and now the Affleck. Unexpected play of the game.
What they used to call Penn State, linebacker U?
Yes.
Well, these kids call it guard U for the right reason. The blow-by, Damian Mitchell and MaCio Teague in the year off their redshirt year, they used to work together, look at film, and just prepare themselves for moments like this. And boy, he is pretty impressive, huh?
Impressive indeed.
Goodness. And Jim, he missed out on the Final Four, right?
Yeah, he transferred out of Auburn at the start of the 18-19 season, which had he stayed, he would have been on the Final Four team. He was behind the kid Harper. They got them to the national semifinals. Teague in trouble and bounces it off a Tate.
And that was an impressive save right there. Teague showing some balance, athleticism. Baylor almost had a turnover.
Let's go over to Tracy real quick.
Jim, Scott Drew calls Davion Mitchell the pace car for this team. Appropriate analogy here near the Indianapolis Speedway. But Drew said his players see the pressure he's putting on the other team's point guard and just motivates and inspires and leads them all throughout this team. And he just said he has such a feel for when someone needs a shot or someone needs to get into rhythm. Baylor plus 16 with Mitchell on the floor tonight, minus 8 without him. Just such a difference maker, guys.
And Mitchell with that number 45, Grant.
Reminds me of Donovan Mitchell indeed, but you're right, there's no coincidence. Arkansas got back in the game when Mitchell got in foul trouble in the first half.
Absolutely. Look at him handle a tough shot there under the last contestant.
Going the other way.
Actually, great defense there. Devo Davis taking the challenge against Mitchell.
Well, the improvement of these kids from early in the years, I noted. Having seen them, guys who were subs, major factors right now. This kid's one of them. Look at
Here
this
he
handle.
goes.
Nice.
This shot.
How about this?
My goodness.
Wow.
Davis.
Individual. Robot.
Boy, you were timely with those remarks, Brad. Down to 6.
Really extending. This is a mismatch here. He likes it. Butler.
To Teague.
Got to cover the corner, though.
Sills.
Not a good
Somehow it got to the Razorbacks. Here's Moody. Challenging Mitchell, has to back off with the 3 fouls.
How about the pass on the money?
How about the
Gorgeous
save
delivery.
by Sills, too?
Absolutely. Well, look at Muss on the sideline.
Yeah, he is. Is he in a defensive position?
Wow.
Last 8 to the Hogs. Doing what they do.
Little mismatch here with Smith. Tough shot.
Went up with the left hand and will shoot a couple.
Big guys around an island with this clever ability. How about the save, man?
He saved it, and 2 pairs there, but somehow the ball gets to Davis. Great outlet. I'll tell you what, these Razorbacks, they are in it. They're tough. They just don't go away.
They really don't.
3rd foul on Justin Smith. Teague.
Right now, Baylor, knowing that Arkansas likes to switch that screen and roll, they're just taking their time going against the mismatch against Smith.
flow from Teague. Now leads Baylor with 16 on the night.
And they're successful when they get a piece of that lane.
Notice Baylor has switched Mitchell now onto Davis.
Automatic switching here on the perimeter. He's got Tate now. Nice cut.
Davis outside to Moody.
Should have shot it.
Makes the 2 instead.
He got a wide open look. And they get number 10, Flagler.
We got that wide open look from Davis.
Yeah.
Davis penetration, getting to the basket, making things happen. Moody just not in rhythm right now on the offensive end.
Is it in his head right there, Bill? Pass up a shot like that?
I think so. You get a little closer. You saw him in high school.
Oh, talented. Played at Mount Vernon with Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes.
Those are pretty good names.
Beat him a few times on the inbound pass. This time Davis doubled up. Snaps it outside. Here's Sills stepping in.
Nice.
Back to the rim it goes. Smith unable to hit the shot in the lane. Up ahead to Flagler.
Where are you going?
Charge.
You don't make it easy for the official.
I'm not sure he was set, though.
But
I agree. Not a great decision.
Yeah, just
Bring it out. Use the clock.
we were talking before, valuing the basketball. Goodness.
Third foul on Flagler, and this is the first Baylor turnover of the second half.
Look who's there to pick it up, too.
Tate.
Oh, the winner.
8:20 to go. Things are tightening.
Baylor now in the zone here now. A little matchup zone action.
This is what they used to run all the time for the last couple of years with this group.
5 to shoot.
Tough shot.
Davis spins around and out. Chua with the rebound.
Now this is the play they like to run, that high ball screen, that open middle, dribble drive, and you got to cover the corners against this team.
Teague. Smith trying to hold him off. And too much.
Actually, good defense there by Smith.
And Smith up ahead with it. Dishes at the last moment, and a push-off call against Baylor.
MaCio Teague.
Breaking the action. What a game here for the South Regional.
Nice of you to bring.
Arkansas team, the first since UConn in 2014 to have 3 double-digit comeback wins during a tournament. That's over the course of a tournament. UConn won that championship. They've had 3 in a row, looking for 4 in a row as far as comeback wins that big.
And Jim, when you get down, it's the little things. Backdoor play. You know Baylor likes to overplay on the offensive end. And right here, heart, hustle, desire, no quit in this Razorback team. Hanging around, feeling comfortable here with 8 minutes left. And how about Eric Musselman? He's now overcome double-digit deficits in all 5 of his NCAA tournament wins. Of course, going back to Nevada back in 2018, and also Cincinnati's. But just incredible effort here by this team.
Just amazing.
It's all about attitude, and they come with it. An ample supply.
Moody at the line. He'll get another one. One championship returns to TNT this April with 4 weeks of blockbuster martial arts events every Wednesday night starting April 7th at 10 p.m. only on TNT. Moody 2 for 2. Arkansas on a 10-2 stretch. Baylor has gone 4 minutes and 10 seconds without a basket.
Right now,
Smith on an island right now, Grant.
that's the charge.
He's just so clever. He just owns the hedge guy. I don't think they gave that to Smith. That's number 4 if it is him, but this is a locomotive with some speed. Whew, no flashing lights.
That is the 4th on Smith, and again, the big loss at the 13:40 mark of J.D. Note fouling out. So Smith got to have him hang in there with the 4 with 7:19 to go.
And you know Baylor's going to keep attacking. You may have to think about switching your pick-and-roll defense.
I was thinking, why not try a little zone on the trip? Just see if he can contain. We know they can shoot the 3, obviously, so you got to extend the zone and take away that penetration and the ball screen.
Missed them both. Davis Moody back out to him. Davis, tough shot.
Nice rebound. Terrific offensive rebound to Smith.
Sills can cut it to one.
Nice tap again, Smith.
That goes to Baylor.
Boy, he is so active. Getting a little blown out because of the foul problems.
Good move. You got to think, Bill, huh?
Absolutely coming with Henderson. This kid's got some serious hops, too.
Ethan Henderson,
Not
junior
bad.
from Little Rock. Yep.
Not bad with the bounce either. A little jump hook in the lane. He just wants to run the show. Keep your distance.
Henderson coming off the bench, trying to bend on him.
Forget
Almost
about it.
impossible.
How about the lingerie on the deck?
Yeah, you've been sitting there watching it. You come in cold, and Mitchell's going to make that step on everybody, especially someone just coming in. Here's the three. Oh, it gets stuck. It'll stay at this end.
A neck ball. Goodness. You got a little problem with a neck ball. Possession arrow, obviously.
Moody 0 for 3 from 3, and yeah, the arrow belongs to Arkansas. It's inbound underneath.
Said it best. I like Moody off the bounce, attacking, settling too much. Again, once again,
Sills hits the floor. No foul call. Missing the layup. Butler.
Really faulty defense on the baseline inbounds.
Couple of times.
Yeah. Really good looks.
Mitchell.
Big Johnson gets right to the rim in case they miss.
Here's Butler with 5. Tate is defending with 2. And that'll turn it over.
Nice trim defensively.
Tate, long and physical as a defensive player right there, taking that challenge.
There's the foul trouble. Smith sitting down at the moment before. Vital with 4 for Baylor, also sitting.
Ref right now with Moody not in the game. It's got to be Davis and Tate attacking in the paint.
Moody is in.
But just not effectively in.
Well, yeah, you're right. I know your point.
That's his point right there.
Yeah, just not in it.
Nice set, though, right there. Musselman setting up a shot, just can't convert.
0 for 6 in the second half. The Razorbacks from 3.
You feed off that, your best player, don't you, Grant? I mean,
You do.
It really brings everybody down a peg.
We feed off you.
Exactly. Mitchell. Tate. Shut him off.
They did. Great
Sills.
defense.
Great rebound, too. Goes flying out of there. Gets it to Tate.
Swing it.
They should have.
Back to the rim. It comes out to Mitchell. Now Baylor is racing.
Watch the wing.
Teague with that shot of his.
Say goodnight.
Oh,
Well, you could see that coming and run to that line. Unselfish. Great concepts on the offensive end by Baylor. Got to take him here. Give him some room. A little small change. Reach in.
On Chachua. His first.
just a 5-point swing right here. Great awareness for Mitchell. Spotting up Teague, knocking down that transition 3. And Baylor getting some momentum here. Getting the stops, converting on the other end.
That's how the game is really changing. You usually don't run back to the lane. Now you got to run and peel off right away to cover that.
Offensive players used to cross.
Yeah, exactly.
In transition. Now they run to that 3-point line.
You're much older than I thought.
Tate.
Love this kid. From the early part of the year when I got to see him, he just sort of lives and dies the game out there.
He had that big game against Oral Roberts, 22 points, 6 assists, and huge offensively down the stretch for the Razorbacks.
Disruptive defensively, too. Good hands to get another shot.
Crossed over the line.
The other way.
Tell you what, Musselman burns a lot of calories over there on that bench during the game.
He starts the game at about 140. He's down to 120. Pretty good communication right there on that ball screen.
Meyer.
Weave to a ball screen.
Yep, back to Mitchell.
One of their favorite sets.
They're not switching now defensively.
That's what kills you.
Teague.
You sniff,
What a
you
night.
pay.
What a night for him. 22.
It is such a tough cover because if you stunt the least bit, give an opening, oh, you pay dearly.
Davis.
That's not a good one.
Arkansas's missed its last 10 from the floor.
And you're conditioned to help on the dribble penetration.
Absolutely. You're taught that. Gap it a little bit. A little pack line philosophy.
And you remember the 3 runs in a game?
Nice gamble there by Smith.
Baylor's on an 8-1 run right now.
They just really have it in tow. Great control, good understanding, the ability to get in here and then kick and get those puppies organized. A little nylon. Magnificent perimeter. Shout hallelujah. You deserve it.
The NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament is sponsored by Coca-Cola Flavors. Unbelievably delicious. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Pizza Hut. Order today at pizzahut.com. And by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, here we are in the late action, and Arkansas's gone cold. No basket, no field goal for the last 6 minutes and 10 seconds. And now the deficit is 11. Arkansas will be inbounding.
Jim, 21 points off of turnovers. That's really been the difference here for Baylor.
Absolutely. Because Williams has not played much. A little zone look, and this is one of the things they've done over their past career.
It's Davis, short with it.
So they really threw him off out of the timeout. Takes a little time to adjust.
And impressive, the multiple efforts to close out to the shot there.
And that's 11 straight misses from the field.
A little trap. Boy, this is dangerous. Use the whole floor.
Vital gets it to the far side. Teague up high off the glass. Oh, good night! Vital.
How to revitalize. Wow. With all those foul problems, he hasn't been on the floor very much. Boy, did he make that one count.
Tate fouled. And Vital will be out of the game with his 5th.
Just a beautiful slam right there. No box out by the Razorbacks. Of course, when the Razorbacks defense is scrambling, Vital taking control there with the authority and the finish. But unfortunately, on the other end, Raph, just not a
good one that far.
good one there, yeah.
Did that bring back some memories, by the way?
Of that foul?
No, it does. Both.
Oh, that was a long, long time ago.
Tell you, when you were playing at Duke, that's when I got to know your parents. We happen to have a lemonade or two at the hotel across the street.
Stay hydrated.
Speaking of great athlete, right? Your dad.
2 more coming for Tate.
At least there's one in the family anyhow.
That's right.
Did he text you that?
From Yale to the NFL. What a great career he had.
And this is important, man. I mean, it allows for Arkansas to set up a full court trap pressure. Try to convert some turnovers, but with those guards out there for Baylor.
It's a gamble, but I agree. You have to do something a little bit different.
Got them all.
You press them, they'll attack, they'll score.
Yeah.
So it's a 10-point lead. Baylor 2.5 minutes away from breaking.
A little run and jump they like to use.
A 71-year drought since they were last in the Final Four in 1950.
And look at the 4 shooters on the floor. All around the horn. Pick your poison.
Tapped out, and Sills jumps to the spot. Arkansas needs to make something out of it.
Nice flow-by-in pass.
Smith.
Oh, what a play.
Whoa! What? Chachua.
Everybody's going to know my name. Goodness. Keep playing like that.
Could have cut it to 8, but he rejects it rather violently, too. Man, that was something else.
4 point guards out here right now for Baylor. So hard
drive, very hard covers right here.
Teague had a big night. Smith able to box out that time. Attack. Now 8 minutes without a field goal.
Got to go right to the rim.
Moody, no look pass. Smith, wow, not going to get blocked this time. .110 to go.
So hard to double team this team.
Butler.
Oh, goodness. Wiseau using the clock.
Yeah, no hurry.
A little 5-footer, though.
Outside. Boy, Flagler.
I'll tell you what, hand it to Scott Drew with this lineup. And it just can't help.
Davis with the basket with 49 seconds.
No quitting that kid. I think you got to give it.
Got to do something in a hurry here.
Yeah.
Got to foul him.
Yeah.
Season, the time's running out.
They're wasting about at least 10 or 11 seconds,
Exactly.
I think. There's just so many weapons with Baylor. Don't you guys agree? Yeah, you name it, they can shoot it. Centers and forwards know exactly what they have to do in terms of screening, keeping balls alive, offensive rebound, kick out.
Everybody understands their role and who they are.
Exactly.
And it's amazing these 3 dynamic, explosive guards can coexist and thrive playing with one another. It doesn't happen often.
Flagler at the line. Now 7 points on the night.
I think happiness for this team is winning. I don't think they worry about minutes, who gets the shots, who gets the plaudits, or the accolades.
An experienced team. Guys have been around, have played some time in college, and understand this opportunity for a Final Four doesn't come often.
It has been a long, long time. And it's about to end. Oh, and a basket again by Davis, who's played with great confidence tonight. 25 seconds. And they're just backing off now. Again, they've lost some time there.
Yeah, I'd give it a shot, right?
Why not?
No, they're a great pressing ability. Very proud daddy. What a nice year they've had as a family.
Homer Drew and his son, of course, was a graduate assistant at Butler, Scott, and then would join him at Valpo 10 years as dad's assistant, then took over the head coaching job at Valparaiso 1 year. Then he headed to Baylor, and you talk about a rebuild. Program was in shambles when he went down there, Bill.
Reconstruction.
I mean, first 3 seasons didn't have a full allotment of scholarships.
Had 21 wins total the first 3 years.
Jim, I was down there the first year. Judd Heathcote and I did a game, believe it or not. Combined age of about 200 in those days with Jim Simpson. And Judd said to him, why would you take this job?
Yep.
And obviously he knew what he was doing.
Moody. He'll shoot a couple.
It's unfortunate. We really just haven't seen the talent of this young man.
No.
Moody, fantastic season. Led this team just here in this Elite 8 moment. Hasn't been able to showcase his ability.
And reflecting back, notate, Jim, and you jumped right on it. He had 4, got the foul. Maybe a lack of communication on the bench. I'm not providing the information, and also the player has to know what he has and don't charge, and that took a little starch out of their game.
That was with 13:40 to go in the game. They lost him. Final 9 seconds, and we have our first national semifinal matchup set. As Flagler gets away, and it's been a long time coming. The Baylor Bears are back in the Final Four for the first time in 71 years. 1950. The president was Harry Truman. Born that year, Dr. J.
How about that?
Teddy Pendergrass, who we lost in 2010, but who remains attached to this tournament with
One shining
moment.
Yeah, yes.
What shining moments this team has provided for Waco and the world of college basketball all season long. They play with that pressure of being one of the top teams, them and Gonzaga, all year long, and they've made it to the promised land. They've made it to the Final Four.
So much to be admired.
Baylor and Houston all set for the matchup. The Cougars advancing earlier today with the win over Oregon.